I'm hit. Very simple. I sat there for 2 days waiting to do the filming. Then I went in and I filmed for about 20 minutes or an hour or something. And then I went away again. And I gave it my all. And all I say is, I've got one, I'm hit. Oh, I say Red 4 standing by. First of all, the cutting edge technology was, there was a lot of geezers rocking me.
Right. In the cockpit.
Well, I had a little cockpit and I was, they shook me, so that was fantastically effective. And they said, the first assistant was very loud. Do you mind me being blown up? Things like that. Everything was fine. And George Lucas, in those days, he had dark hair and a dark beard, and he was just very quiet. Okay, look there. Just look there. Okay, say your line. And, I was jiggling away and just, giving it my all.
Doing your thing.
Oh. I mean, if anyone was standing by,
it was you.
It was me. I was Red 4. I was Red 4. Standing by. So what happened was, they said, do you mind, Jack, if we blow you up? And I said, no, that's fine, I'm used to it. And so they blew me up. And don't forget, these guys are shaking the board I'm on, and it's a big board. I mean, the board is, 15 feet by 10 probably or more. And they're shaking it. And so I'm, completely believably, being shaken around. And then I'm hit. Boom, arg. In the script it said arg, but I gave it. And then they blew me up, and then I got out of my orange gear and my helmet, which had been in many battles. It said that in the script. I still have the script.
Really?
Yeah, it's for sale now if anyone wants it.
How much?
I've no idea. But anyway, and then I went back to literally doing Shakespeare.
Wow. And you're still talking about Star Wars to this day, 40 years later.
And Shakespeare. Yeah, I mean, I do. It's funny because I talk about Star Wars from time to time. I don't talk about it all the time. And it is a bit of a joke, but there is something about a story that is so remarkably clear and so well structured and so on. And it goes on and on. And I'm told the more recent ones are really a return to form. You'd know better than I do.
You haven't seen them, have you, Jack?
So anyway, do you know the cricket score?
Moving on. I don't think we want to know the cricket score now.
No, I have seen some of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You enjoyed, didn't you?
I like them. I'm good. I'm not good. I do like them, but I haven't seen all of the new ones. Oh, Mimsy, where the butter grows. Yeah.
Did you get to hang out with Porkins?
I did. I loved him.
Really?
I knew him. Yeah. Well. I hung out with him and a lot of the people on the set. It was a very, very hot, dry summer. There was a drought. People weren't allowed to water their gardens. It was one of the first times in Britain you heard of stuff like that. And he was a remarkable actor. His last part in the theatre was as Hitchcock. And I bumped into him a lot, partly because his lady wife is casting director, and partly because once or twice I helped him.
Did you?
To do a certain accent.
Which accent would we be?
Well, you tell me and I'll do it for you. I teach, I sometimes help people with accents.
Scouser?
I wouldn't have helped him with the Scouser. I'd probably do a Scouser. Geordie I wouldn't help anyone with. I could probably do Scouser.
What was the Porkins accent? William Hootkins, we should say.
William Hootkins, certainly South African.
South African, okay. And of course you grew up in South Africa.
Yes, I did.
And in fact, is another...
I'm going to teach you a couple of vowels really quickly. Okay. Say black.
Black.
Say blick.
Blick.
Now come in between and halfway through.
Blank. Was that good? Was that good, Jack?
Say black.
Have I got the role?
No.
Black.
Black. No, you're going too far towards
Black.
Okay, go.
Black.
Say pun and imagine it's almost P-E-R-N. Pun.
Pun.
Yeah, that's good. Pun. Like almost Scottish.
I talk like
pun.
I talk like this.
Pun.
I talk like this.
No. You're trying too hard. Don't worry.
Was Hootkins better than me?
Miles.
I don't mind losing out to William Porkins Hootkins.
He was fantastic. He's much missed, yeah.
That's great to hear. And here, staying on the South Africa theme, but no more accents from me. Am I right in saying that your dad repaired Nelson Mandela's watch?
He did.
Which is an amazingly random claim to fame. How did that come
It's
about?
not a random claim to fame because...
Okay.
My father had a watchmaking business right in the middle of an area where there were a lot of lawyers, and you could hear people singing, "Kosi Sikelele Afrika," which became the anthem. It was a place where people protested and where the legal system was really geared against black people, and I was going to be a lawyer and decided not to. Why that's such an important thing for me is because it was on that watch that my father fixed that Nelson Mandela counted out the seconds, minutes, the hours, and the days, and the years of his 27-year sentence. So it's a poetic image, partly about how time heals, and partly about how one has to be ready, and partly because the way my father fixed the watch, no wonder the revolution took so long.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Jamie Stangrel told me to do this because he's a ridiculous human being, which I've discovered in a matter of a few minutes.